Mi-8 helicopter belonging to the occupying Russian army was destroyed as a result of the operation conducted by the main intelligence department of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine in Crimea. The information was released by the main intelligence agency. The helicopter was destroyed by a Magura V5 missile-equipped naval drone for the first time in history. The attack was carried out by fighters of the Special Unit, Group 13, during today's battle in the area of Cape Tarkhankut. Rockets P-73 SeeDragon successfully destroyed the Russian Mi-8 helicopter. Another one was shot down, but was able to reach the base airfield.
One Russian Marine brigade was probably destroyed in Kursk, and the second suffered heavy losses. As a result, the occupiers from the 810th Marine Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces were withdrawn from the battlefield for restoration. After 4 months of continuous fighting, the Russian Ministry of Defense has decided to withdraw units of the 810th Brigade from the battlefield for rest and recovery, Forbes reports. The brigade had up to 2,500 occupiers who were transferred to Kursk region together with Marines from the 155th Brigade. The brigade is currently resting in Plekovo, which was recaptured from the Ukrainian Armed Forces at the beginning of December. One of the Z bloggers wrote that this is just a temporary rotation, but the occupiers will have time to take a little rest. Russian war correspondents made it clear that this was not a flight or a retreat, but simply that the 810th Brigade was a strike group in Kursk and Putin's soldiers needed a rest. As for the 155th Brigade, over the 3 years of war it was completely destroyed more than once, so it had to be rebuilt from scratch. The 810th Brigade also suffered heavy losses. The brigade allocated 2 battalions for the battles in Pogrebki, but almost all of them went to Kobzon during the battles with the Ukrainian Armed Forces. One should not forget the recent shelling by the Ukrainian Armed Forces of the command post of the 810th Brigade in Lvov. At the same time, Russian war correspondents write that this event has nothing to do with the fact that the Russian Ministry of Defense decided to recall the 810th Brigade from the front line. Even Z-War correspondents admitted that Plekovo is not the most ideal place for rest and rotation, since the settlement is located in the area of artillery strikes of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The battles for Kursk region are costing the Kremlin dearly. Even with a large advantage in manpower, Putin's army managed to regain control of up to 25% of the previously lost territory in 4 months of fighting. So far, no analyst can say the exact number of losses in the ranks of the Russian and North Korean armed forces during the battles in Kursk. According to the Ukrainian president, Kim's army has already lost 25% of its army. Considering that Kim's army adopted the Russian Federation's tactics, meat assaults, then most likely the Russian armed forces lost at least 25% of their army on the battlefield. British-Lebanese journalist Oz Kataji spoke to Syrians in Damascus after the overthrow of the dictatorial regime of Bashar al-Assad and asked them what they thought of Ukraine and Russia and what they would say to Ukrainians in their situation. The correspondent's interlocutors wished the Ukrainian people patience and the will to win over the Russian occupiers. They hope that Ukraine, like Syria, will be able to liberate its territories. The Russians destroyed this country, killed its people, broke all the taboos, killed innocent people. All the prisons here were built by the Russians, the man said, referring to the Russian presence in Syria. He also addressed the Ukrainian people. I would like to tell them not to give up and to continue their revolution. They will win just like us. I hope so. The source said. Others present joined in with these wishes. I would like to send a message to the Ukrainians who are fighting the Russians who have occupied our country. I would like to tell them to remain united and resilient. We, the Syrians, resisted and were united, and fortunately, we defeated Bashar al-Assad. I hope they will win too. said one of the journalist's interlocutors. I hope the day will come when Ukrainians will feel the same happiness that we feel these days. I hope they will get rid of their tyrants and criminals who fight against them and want to conquer their lands. I hope they will get rid of them, just like we did. I hope you will be liberated as we are. May God support you as God supported us. My message, stay strong, work together. Teamwork never fails. I believe in you guys. You are really good people and God is always with you and will always help you. Evil always loses. My message to the Ukrainians in Syria, with patience comes victory. I hope you will win, as we Syrians did. I hope Ukraine will win. May God help them win, as we defeated Russia, as we drove them out of the country. I hope they will drive them out too, the interlocutors said. Earlier, media reported that the Ukrainian Foreign Ministry called on the new Syrian authorities to expel the Russian army from bases on Syrian territory. In addition, the Foreign Ministry did not rule out the possibility of restoring relations with Syria.
الشعب الروسي دمر خيرات البلد، قتل شعبه، انتهى كل المحرمات، دمر الابرياء، السجون كلها من وراء الحكومه الروسيه.
وعندك رساله للشعب الاوكراني؟
انه ما يقعد، انه يظل مستمر بثورته ليطلع وينتصر مثلنا ان شاء الله.
انا حابه اليوم اقدم رساله لاخوتي الاوكرانيين اللي عم بيحاربوا الروس اللي كانوا محتليننا هون، تمام؟ انهم ضلهم ايد واحده ويصمدوا، عملنا احنا الشعب السوري قاومنا وحطينا ايدنا بايد بعض، والحمد لله هذا احنا انتصرنا على بشار الاسد وان شاء الله بنتصروا مثلينا.
بتمنى للشعب الاوكراني يعني هاي الفرحه اللي احنا هلا عم نحس فيها من قلبنا والله، يعني يخلصوا من الطغاة اللي عندهم والمجرمين اللي عم بتحاربهم هلا واللي عم بدهم يحتلوا ارضهم، يخلصوا منهم بخير وسلامه مثل ما نحن خلصنا منهم بخير وسلامه.
عندك رساله للشعب الاوكراني؟
رح اقدم لكم رساله للشعب الاوكراني انه انتم ان شاء الله رح تتحرروا مثل ما نحن تحررنا، والله ينصركم مثل ما الله نصرنا.
I have a message. So stay strong, work together, teamwork, never fall. And I believe in you guys. You know, like you are like a really good people, and God is always there with you. Like will always help you, will always be with you, and evil will always fail.
عندي رسالة للشعب الأوكراني إنه من قلب سوريا الأسد نحن بنقول في الصبر، في الصبر الانتصار. إن شاء الله منتصرين كما انتصرنا نحن الشعب السوري.
النصرة لشعبنا بأوكرانيا، الله ينصرهم مثل ما انتصرنا هون على روسيا وانتصرنا وطلعناهم من بلدنا، وإن شاء الله على أقبال روسيا وكلهم يطلعوا من عندهم. الله